Over the years, Zoro has been in a lot of fights, and while he has emerged victorious in most of his clashes, there are a few where he fell short and lost. While not all of these are major battles, they're important fights nonetheless. From battles with worthy opponents to the moments he was caught off guard, here is every single battle that Roronoa Zoro lost in One Piece after his famous promise to Luffy and Mihawk. Number 1. Arlong. Zoro clashed against Arlong during the Arlong Park arc of One Piece and was defeated quite easily. While Sanji helped Luffy escape, Zoro managed to hold off Arlong for some time on his own. Unfortunately, due to the fact that he was already carrying grave injuries which he got in a fight against Mihawk, Zoro ended up losing without putting much of a fight until Luffy showed up. Even Arlong was surprised that Zoro was still alive with such injuries, but he managed to defeat Hachan and then clashed with Arlong. Despite the fact that I believe Zoro could defeat Arlong if he had no injuries, this is still a loss. Kaido fought more than 15 pirates as well, and had many injuries before Luffy defeated him, but it's still Luffy's victory. There are not many fights in One Piece where both characters fight with their full health. Also, many may argue that Zoro meant only swordsmen in his promise, but it was never specified. Even so, we can count a few characters in this list as swordsmen. Number 2. Enel. Enel was one of the strongest characters the Straw Hats ever faced before the time skip. Enel ate the Goro Goro no Mi, a Logia-type devil fruit which allows him to create, control, and transform his body into lightning. However, Monkey D. Luffy proved to be completely immune to his electrical powers because of his rubber body, which made him a natural enemy. Zoro, along with many other members of the Straw Hat pirate crew, clashed against Enel quite a few times in the Skypiea arc. Being too strong for them, it goes without saying that Zoro was destroyed in this battle. Before Luffy revealed that he was immune to lightning, I could not even imagine how anyone could defeat Enel, so I was not surprised that Zoro couldn't do anything. I didn't expect him to win, so when he lost, I did not count it as failing his promise to Luffy, but it is still a loss. Zoro, however, did quite well against a swordsman at the Skypiea. Number 3. Lucci. Lucci was another overpowered villain for that time, who could solo all the Straw Hats before their amazing power-ups. At Water 7, Zoro briefly clashed against Rob Lucci, the strongest of the CP9, after he completely overpowered Luffy in a fight. Just like his captain, Zoro was easily defeated and thrown miles away. Funnily enough, Zoro got stuck in a chimney and needed Chopper's help to be set free. It was really strange to see Zoro so helpless for that time, but on the way to Eni's lobby, Zoro powered up, learned how to use and managed to defeat Kaku, the second strongest of the CP9. Don't think that defeating Kaku for that time was not a big feat. Even after the time skip, Kaku revealed that he could awaken his devil fruit Ushi Ushi no Mi in just 2 years, so Kaku is a very strong individual. Number 4. Kuma. I think this defeat was more beautiful than any of Zoro's victories. The nothing happened scene is one of my favorites in the whole anime. Roronoa Zoro traded blows with Bartholomew Kuma, one of the strongest Chichibukai, who ate an overpowered devil fruit, the Nikyu Nikyu no Mi. Kuma's paws have the power to repel anything they come in contact with. This time, Zoro was fighting to protect his captain's ambition, and while he did put up quite a decent showing, he realized that there was no way to defeat Kuma. Kuma is one of the strongest revolutionaries and pirates out there, so Zoro chose the best option. He accepted defeat and offered his own head to the Shichibukai in place of Luffy's, which impressed Kuma. In doing so, he protected not only his own dream, but that of his captain as well. Number 5. Admirals. I combined all the Admirals together because Zoro has faced 3 of them. Also, all the Straw Hats were fighting against one Admiral twice. Straw Hat pirates immediately following the conclusion of the Davy Beck fight and the fight against Foxy the Silver Fox. Initially, Aokiji stated that he was not there to arrest or execute the Straw Hats, saying that he was merely there to view their progress. However, just as the Straw Hats were about to leave, Aokiji appeared to have a change of heart and announced that he was there to arrest Nico Robin on account of her understanding the forbidden poneglyph language and for being the only survivor of O'Hara. The Straw Hats attempted to protect her, but Aokiji soundly defeated all of them. Kuzan showed himself strong enough to casually stop Sanji and Zoro in their tracks using a single hand. On the Sabaody archipelago, the entire Straw Hat pirate crew was defeated and destroyed after Luffy punched a celestial dragon at the auction house. Having trouble dealing with the pacifistas was apparently not enough, as Kizaru showed up to make things even worse. Zoro fell to his injuries once again and needed Bartholomew Kuma's intervention to save him. Kuma then proceeded to separate the crew with his ability. However, in reality, he saved the crew by doing so. Later, after the time skip, Zoro fought Fujitora. Isho used his ability to push Zoro underground, but the swordsman was able to propel himself and send a flying slash towards the Admiral. We can count this fight as a draw, confirming that Zoro is now strong enough to fight and maybe even defeat Admirals. Number 6. The Yeti Brothers. Zoro surprisingly fell to the Yeti Cool Brothers during the Punk Hazard arc of One Piece. Although he was much stronger than either of them, the two knew the place much better than Zoro and managed to sneak an attack on the Straw Hat Swordsman that ended up knocking him out. It didn't take Zoro long to realize he needed to get serious, however. He went to fight the likes of Monet later on and defeat her without much trouble. Ever since then, Zoro has been undefeated in any form of combat. Number 7. Kaido. In Chapter 1000, Zoro landed on the roof to confront Kaido and Big Mom at the exact same time that Luffy, Law, Kid, and Killer arrived. In this fight, Zoro activated Ashura for the first time in ages and unleashed Ashura Bake on Kaido, successfully inflicting a large cut on the Emperor's chest. Kaido noted in shock that Zoro had used Haoshoku Haki in the attack as well, which confused Zoro as he was unaware he possessed it. Zoro was disappointed that he had not knocked down the Emperor, but Kaido still commended him, saying that the cut would leave a scar. Kaido then defeated Zoro and Law with Raimei Hake, but as they collapsed to the ground, Luffy got back up and began equally clashing with Kaido with his Haki. Zoro got defeated, but I think no one expected him to win against Kaido. I think what he did was more than enough. After fighting Kaido, an injured Zoro defeated King and earned a bounty of 1,111,000,000 belly. I did not include characters like Big Mom, Mr. 3, and Apu because I don't think those clashes count as losses. Also, Zoro has been defeated by two characters as well, by Buggy and Kuina. Kuina even defeated Zoro 2001 times, but they defeated Zoro before he gave his promise to Luffy. It must be noted that Zoro did not lose any serious duel against a swordsman, so some people may believe that Zoro has kept his promise till now. If it is so, will he keep his promise till the end of One Piece? It will be very difficult because things are getting more and more serious right now. Shanks destroyed Kid, Blackbeard vs. Law, Kizaru and Gorosei vs. Luffy, Garp in action, and more. Zoro will face stronger opponents than King in the future. As I said, it will be very difficult, but if he wants to become the strongest swordsman in the world and be the right-hand man of the Pirate King, then he must become even stronger. But it's not easy to predict Zoro's future opponents. Will he fight Shiryu, Kizaru, one of the Gorosei? I believe we will find that out soon. That's it for today. Write what you think about Zoro's defeats down in the comments. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. Bye!